that I have in a long time. So quickly, Bitcoin on a weekly. Does this look bullish to you? When you're this far away from here, and do you think free is over here? So keep in mind of that. This is your weekly. You had a very strong sell-off, nice buy up. You have 13 more hours for this weekly candle to close. Do you think next week you're going to get continuation up, or do you think you're going to go sideways and down, test support? You tell me. Okay, here's your monthly. Do you think that this looks like it can continue up in the next 23 days? I mean, it is happening, guys. Okay, there's not that much selling. This is very good buying. So, is this the month that somebody is taking all these buys and filling a short and looking for a monthly equilibrium of, I'm not even going to say that number, but you see it, right? Do you see that number? I'm not going to say it, but I'm just trying to show it to you. All right, so this is what you're working for on monthly, weekly. Okay, worst case scenario, I mean, you got this 62 level to consider as a test of support. And then on a daily, you're looking at basically the same stuff, but I mean, I'll just give you a little bit extra wiggle room at 63. Okay, now that's if downside comes. Now you do see as we're coming all the way to the tippity top here, you can see this volume is basically lackluster and gone. So unless a buyer steps up today, the risk of someone to sell here and causing downside, cascading liquidations of over leveraged longs is a possibility. So just be aware of that on Bitcoin. Now let's go take a look at ETH on a weekly first. There you go. And as you can see, we are getting a little bit more of a reaction on ETH than we are on Bitcoin. The reaction is still trying to figure out if it's going to find support over here at 33.33. If not, you will see us lose 33.33 and have a quick move to around 29 now. This used to be like 27. So this is actually moving up $150. So that's actually really good news. So yeah, we can look at it around 28.50, 29. I would say 29 because I'm going to give it some wiggle room to the upside. And if that occurs, then that's a bullish test of support, and then you can look for continuation. That's only if we closed underneath 33.36. And full disclosure, I am short, so now I'm talking my book looking for that lower. So, do not let me get you footed or anything like that. I'm just saying that, hey, whenever I see a reaction like this, extended and coming off of overbought conditions, my first always assumption is the test of equilibrium, aka the yellow line. And that's what I'm looking for. So on next week, the week after that, into the halvening, I'm looking for us to go into those levels, unless a buyer actually steps up and some FUD news or whatever, like, oh, the U.S. government is now fully endorsing crypto and ETH is our dollar, something like that. Okay, so here is your monthly. Now, here is as low as you would like to see on a monthly. Are we going to go there? I don't know. I'm just saying that this monthly isn't looking as healthy as I would like. And then if you go back to those lower time frames, like daily, you can see that, hey, as we went all the way up here, we had that great volume. And then after that, volume has been lackluster as we're trying to put in this dead cat bounce. Now, if you don't get that volume to come in and get us open and closing above 36.60, obviously then the path to the downside is the most logical direction. So we will see by the end of today if we can get open and closes above 34.50. Otherwise, this low volume will eventually roll us over. So be ready for all of that moving forward. Here's a quick 4-hour view. And you can see that as we are grinding these levels here under the 200 EMA, your volume is starting to slow down. So this yesterday was all the retail people were probably loving the heck out of yesterday because all we did was float on up. And then overnight we had a little bit of a sideways on a 4 hour. And now everyone is waking back up looking for continuation. Well, as long as they keep buying, that's great. But if anyone stops buying, and then the sellers start, trying to fill any kind of overnight CME gap, hint, hint, then keep in mind that the gap is to the downside. So, other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hit me up if you have any questions or concerns. Um, yeah, leave a like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications if you haven't already. If you're interested in trading with me live, or if you are just wanting to talk to me, feel free to join the Discord server. The link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that help this channel grow. And what I was talking about, I'm just going to give it to you. The reason why I said the CME closed at 3337. We're at 3392. So that's about a $60 gap on ETH. It's pretty significant. And we closed at 67.7 and we're at 69. So that's about $1,000 gap, a little bit more than that on Bitcoin to the downside. So these are scalpable levels to go fill that CME gap, which institutions don't like to leave those gaps. If they can happen, but more than often they get filled. So that's the last little nugget of alpha I'm going to leave you guys. Have a great day, guys. Be careful. Trade safe. Talk to you soon.